In the Balkans, my friends, in the end of the month, when you open your electricity bill, you're doing like this. The problem is, my friends, you're sponsoring somebody else Lamborghini. Welcome. I'm gonna explain. Welcome. Balkan Breakfast talk show, my friends, new mini series about the Balkan countries. A like and a subscribe would help me a lot, bre. And I open this. Buy me a coffee link if you want to donate to this channel something. If not, my friends, stay enjoy for free. Super. My friends, listen. Literally, when you open the electricity bill in the end of the month in the Balkans, especially now, my friends, you feel like you're sponsoring a small industry. In reality, you are. I'm going to explain to you everything. I'm going to try to make this episode a little bit shorter. Super. So, my friends, while you're fighting with your family at home, if you should keep on the lights, if you should put LEDs all over your house so it looks like a striptease bar, you see, in order to save electricity, my friends, you can literally see that on your electricity bill, the prices are not going down, aka it's not cheaper. The problem is, my friends, that in the Balkans we have a lot of legal / illegal farms for farming cryptocurrencies. So, my friends, what is a what actually a cryptocurrency miner does? I'm going to explain to you plastic, my friends. Very, how can I say, easy. My friends, it's a specialized machine now for mining Bitcoin, some other cryptocurrencies. I don't want to bother you. My friends, which actually competes for rewards by solving mathematical problems. Simple as this. The rewards is actually, let's say, for example, Bitcoin. The reward is a Bitcoin. But these computers, my friends, especially these computers, because they're specialized ASIC. Computers, I don't want to bother you for the technical details, my friends, they're consuming so much electricity. And they're getting, they're getting hot so much that you should invest, my friends, into good cooling, good internet, and stable, of course, and, my friends, a lot of electricity. So stable grid, stable these things that you have at home for the electricity to be stable. But, my friends, these computers are actually extremely loud. They're even louder than a Rada Conchar refrigerator. Super. My friends, basically that's it. That's what cryptocurrencies miners are doing. Back in the days, by back in the days, I mean a couple of years ago, actually you could mine cryptocurrencies with GPU. GPU is your graphics card. Or you could mine it with your home computer, CPU. CPU is processor. So you understand. Now, my friends, they have something which you can mine it on your phone, blah, blah, blah. 99.9% of them are shit and scam. Only Bitcoin and a couple of other projects are legit. So super. I don't want to bother you for it. So, my friends, why actually Balkans, in general, Balkans is a mining hotspot, let's say. Sorry, my friends. The very important thing, I almost forgot. So, my friends, first of all, we have in the Balkans, how can I say, the ingredients. The ingredients, my friends, is actually a subsidized and, let's say, cheap electricity. But by cheap electricity, I mean cheap electricity back in the days. Now, nothing is cheap. Nothing is cheap, my friends, because somebody else is mining and you're paying for it. I'm going to explain to you. Don't worry. So, my friends, first of all, we have that. So, underpriced electricity. How can I say, legacy pricing plus political protection? Because listen, in my country, for example, from the previous government, doesn't matter, they actually caught a lot of people, my friends, who are in, how can I say, the members of the political party, who actually were involved in mining cryptocurrencies. They had illegal farms, but they were protected in quotation marks by the politics, by the government, because, my friends, they were part of the government, so they cannot prosecute themselves. You understand? These motherfuckers, my friends, as I said, as I'm saying in every video, my friends, they're literally everywhere. They're like octopus. Literally in every system where there is money, they're there. Don't worry. Super. I'm just wondering how they didn't come to my bed when I'm sleeping. It's because I don't have money, my friends. Super. Super. My friends, second of all, why Balkans actually became a mining hotspot is, my friends, the industrial leftovers. As I said, in the Balkans, my friends, especially post-communist and post-Yugoslavia and post-socialist, era, we have a lot of abandoned factories, my friends, even small warehouses, storage facilities, small factories, blah, 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 which are used illegally, my friends, because you can buy from China, let's say, for example, ASIC mining computers for Bitcoin, miners, sorry, for Bitcoin, and my friends, you will import them into the Balkans, doesn't matter which country. My friends, you're gonna put them in this small factory, facility, storage room, warehouse, doesn't matter. You're gonna build some cooling, blah, 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 internet. And my friends, you're mining for free. For free. Because remember, in some of these, which is very funny, for example, in my country, in some of these factories, warehouses, which they're abandoned or closed for bankruptcy or blah, 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 the electricity is still on. They didn't turn off the electricity. Or they have a guy or a girl, doesn't matter, in the electrical company, put the electricity and don't worry, split the bill towards the whole city or the village. Hey, smart thing, I have to give it to them, my friends, they're actually smart. No jokes, even though I hate them really much, but they're smart. Super. My friends, weak enforcements in the Balkan countries because, my friends, how can I say? They were manipulating with the meters, the electricity meters. And my friends, the billing zones, usually in the Balkans, are in the gray area. Let's say dark/gray area. You understand? And my friends, something which is actually extremely important is the regulatory lag. By lag, I mean lag. Лагуване. Super. So my friends, actually cryptocurrencies are chasing realities, believe it or not. How can I say? Not all mining is illegal. So for example, my friends, as I said, this is very important, listen to me. Mining is not illegal, but it's not legal in the same time. It's not, how can I say, drafted in some framework, in some regulatory, in some compliance, and blah, blah, blah. So you can mine it. But my friends, the problem is that these farms for mining are actually using it literally for free. Even the water that they're drinking inside when they're checking up the computers if they're okay, even that water, my friend, is sponsored by you. You are paying for the water. I'm not even joking. We have a lot of smart motherfuckers who know how to avoid the system. Yeah, my friends, like very much. Very much. They're avoiding the system. My friends, actually your bones will hurt. Honestly, they caught a lot of them. Yes, I'm not saying no, they caught a lot of them. But my friends, even though if you catch them, you cannot prosecute it. You cannot prosecute them, my friends, because they're not even, how can I say, this is not legal, but it's not illegal. So my friends, imagine how many coins they actually mined and sold, and imagine how much money they actually made. Amazing, right? In my country, in the main, how can I say, shopping mall, in the center of the city, a guy who was the son of one political party, which was in the government coalition, right? My friends, his son was mining Ethereum with GPUs, 2018, 2019, this period. I cannot remember, doesn't matter the period. My friends, he was mining in the shops which are underground where the buses are passing, in the parking. He was mining it for free. Imagine this, my friends, for free. The electricity was charged to the shopping mall. You understand? And of course, my friends, after that, he actually built a house, a really good house, and the pool. And in the pool, he put the Ethereum logo. So my friends, even though they're stealing from you, they're actually spitting into your face in the same time. But you, don't worry, my friends, go and vote for them. Don't worry, hey, just vote for them. Run if you can, run to the voting spot and just vote and be extremely proud. And then, my friends, go and call your relatives in Sweden, America, and so on. Hey, the fuck is wrong with you, bro? Different topic. Super. My friends. How can I say, grid strain, the invisible cost. So, how can I say, power grids, usually power grids are engineered, my friends, for predictable usage. So you can use your refrigerator. You can have electricity at home. You can watch me on YouTube, this kind of shit. Mining, my friends, is unpredictable, believe it or not. Because, my friends, they can put today, let's say 20,000 machines, tomorrow there will be 25,000 machines, after that 30,000 machines. So you see, there will be spikes in the usage. There will be spikes in the maintenance. There will be spikes in the internet, and so on and so on and so on. So you see, my friends, you're actually, how can I say, the biggest consequence is, my friends, you have transformer stress, or stress on the transformer. So for example, literally like you're seeing in the movies, you're sitting at home, there is some crypto farm, my friends, in your neighborhood or in your village or in your city, it doesn't matter. My friends, literally at home, your lights will do this blink, because, my friends, they're actually stressing, they're stressing the transformer so much with this power, with this crypto mining, sorry. It's actually that bad, I'm not even joking with you. Then, my friends, you have a regional brownouts. So for example, some region out of electricity, you see. Then, my friends, you have infrastructure where, because, my friends, this actually is damaging the infrastructure, because it was not designed for this much amount of power. It was designed, let's say, for example, my friends, in the villages, especially they're doing it in the villages, because in the villages, my friends, remote, nobody gives a shit, nobody is going there, abandoned, most of them, especially in the Balkans, my friends. They're using the houses, the warehouses and everything just to mine. They're doing illegal shit, my friends. They're breaking into the house, they're putting computers and they're mining. I'm not even joking. I don't want to make jokes now. You cannot even imagine how much money they actually made. Honestly, generational changing money with crypto mining. Not now, because now it's shaky, but a couple of years ago. You understand? And my friends, so for example, you're sitting you're sitting at home, my friends. Your devices at home, like let's say, for example, your microwave, my friends, is competing with a small crypto mining farm in your same village. I don't understand if you're actually getting this point. So you're suffering and you're paying for this, because, my friends, they don't pay. So they have somebody in the electrical distribution company, so some combinatia, and they're splitting this cost for the mining farm. They're splitting to the whole village or to the whole city. And that's why, my friends, you're actually really confused until this day. You're really confused when you're looking at your electricity bill and you're like, what the fuck? Even though they're gonna lie to you on your TV, now we're doing green transitions. Green transitions are not working in European Union and in these rich countries here. Do you think they will work in the Balkans? Važi, super. And this, you will put this ventilator and you will actually ruin the whole land beneath. So you can, I don't know, supply the whole village with electricity or a whole city. That's a lie. That's a lie. Remember this? I will do a separate episode for this, very important for the power and electricity. Super, my friends. So, the gray zone. So, when mining actually meets corruption. So, this is where actually, how can I say, the Balkan reality enters. Our reality, corruption, super. You know, combinația, șușchi. This guy, that guy, telephony, no problem. No problem for the rich people. Problem for the normal people. You understand? Super. So, my friends, examples, I will give you a couple of examples of systematic vulnerabilities. So, for example, my friends, electricity theft, as I explained. Remember, they are mining abandoned house, abandoned warehouses, storage facilities, factories. You're paying for it, because the electricity is divided for the rest of the neighborhood, village, and blah blah. Very important. One of the cases where your electricity is extremely high now. Super. Then, my friends, tempered meters. They're actually tampering with the meter, so it shows like normal usage. Let's say, for example, my friends, they're using some warehouse, abandoned. And this warehouse, my friends, let's say, I don't know, couple of kilowatts per month, for example. My friends, they're tampering with it, because this now is using it put at 300 because it's mining, but they're tempering it so it can be, so it shows, the meter shows that it's using the normal one, like it was using back in the days. You understand? Combinații pitch cu maicină. Then, my friends, as I said, political protected operations. I'm gonna give you one more example. There is a case in my country which actually is mentioning now. Fifi, you can. Ulti, There is mentioning right now, my friends, that one representative from the government, doesn't matter, was actually mining. By mining, I mean they were mining all of them. They were mining on specialized servers which were used for some government institution. This is not proven, but my friends, there is a theory, and I can bet you money that it will be true in the end of the day. Super. They were mining on specialized servers. So, for example, where they actually keep your data in the same computer, because this computer is server is extremely powerful, so they can mine crypto on it. Put the crypto address, the money comes in, the crypto is coming to his pocket. My friends, this guy was actually a normal guy. Normal political representative, nothing special. So the salary was not extremely high. In the list, when they actually, before they're coming into the government, blah, 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 they're giving, for example, what do they own? What car, what, something like a public list, so for the public to see that they're actually normal people. My friends, this guy actually mentioned that he had 100 or I don't know, maybe even more Bitcoins, and I don't know how many thousand Ethereums. So you want to tell me that with your salary from my country, which in that time was approximately, I don't know, 1,000 euros, that you're actually that smart, so you can pay for your whole family, feed your family, pay the bills and everything, and plus trade and do, how can I say, combinatie with crypto, and you actually made that much crypto. Abe, stop stealing from the people. Hey, my friends, you're not my friends, but you politicians, remember, my friends, not my friends, sorry. You're there because somebody was voting for you. I know that the elections are pre-designed, pre-approved, pre-made, blah, blah, that the people are just the sheep who are going and voting. I understand that. But still somebody is voting for you because they believe in you. And you're fucking them in the head, literally. Raw. Hey, honestly, guys. Honestly. Like choose some other party. Don't just left and right, my friends. They're one political party combined together. Bože, gospod. Okay, super. I'm getting pissed off. Super. So, my friends, you see the gray zone. In the end of the day, the result will be, my friends, unfair pricing, of course. Public distrust and hidden subsidies, because they were actually doing, and they were taking these kind of things. For example, my friends, was it Danish or Swedish, doesn't matter, some company is investing in crypto mining, for example, in the Balkans, because, my friends, we're using these solar panels. This company which was there, it's a shell company in our country, which is opened by a local elite. So again, you see the whole combination. Stop it. You actually made a lot of money on the back of the honest people. My friends, now the honest people in the Balkans, not in all, but in most of the Balkan countries, they don't have money to buy bread. Especially the retired people with their pension. Stop it. You made a lot of money. What are you going to do with them? You actually made generational money for the future 3-5 generations. Stop it. It's enough. You have yachts. Wow! Yachts in Montenegro and in Monte Carlo even. Stop it. It's enough. Super. Not super at all, but super. Please, watch who you're voting for. These politicians are stealing your electricity. They can actually steal, my friends, even your underwear. I'm not even joking. They can steal your wife. They can steal your husband. They're that stupid and sick in the head. Amanvish. Super, my friends. So, the social effect. Why citizens actually feel the squeeze? So, how can I say? Higher bills, unpredictable pricings, my friends, reduced service stability. You actually feel it, and you're actually thinking that everything is, the bills, especially the electricity, is getting more expensive because the politicians and the government told you, now everything is getting expensive because problem. It's not because of problem. It's because you're actually stealing on the back of the people. We know how much actually things. Hey, when Tesla invented the electricity, my friends, in his head, he had the best idea ever. Free. All of a sudden now we're paying for everything. And they can actually control the price for the electricity. And they will steal it for their usage so they can gain even more money. And again, you're paying for it. So again, as I said, watch out, my friends. The rich, the top 1% of the people in the world and in the Balkans, and the extremely poor people who are living under the bridge near the dumpsters, they're not paying for this shit. Only you, my friends, and me in this case. The middle class is paying for their shit. You are paying for literally everybody. You're the most targeted person, bro. That's why they're keeping you in the middle class. That's why only a handful of people, cherry-picked people, can actually escape the middle class and go to the rich ones. Top. If you want to escape it, you have to do it by yourself. Nobody will help you. Remember, it will be very hard, but we can do it. You and me, if we shake hands, if we release our mind, my friends, from politics, religion, and blah, 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 if we actually think for ourselves how to help ourselves, we will help everybody in the same time. You understand? We can be the future innovators, investors. Super. I don't want to bother. Super. My friends, so actually, listen, I'm gonna be short. How many? 21 minutes? Very short. My friends, is actually crypto the villain? The enemy? It's actually not, my friends. Crypto is very good technology which was created, the usage to be private, anonymous, and without any intermediary. You, me, that's it. Now, my friends, you have a lot of other projects which are doing a lot of things, even gaming and blah, blah, blah. I don't want to bother you. This is not an episode for crypto. This is for something else. Super. My friends, you can use it for literally everything. And it's good. And it's fast. And it's 24/7. It's not like your old dinosaur bank. You understand? But, my friends, the crypto actually, the people, these illegal miners and legal illegal miners, they actually find, my friends, hole in the policy in the Balkans. They found, my friends, cheap way how to gain, not cheap actually, free way how to gain more crypto, how to mine it. You understand? How to abuse it. So you cannot blame the crypto and after that forget about crypto. No, my friends, actually in crypto you can make a lot of money, believe it or not. You can. There is a lot of people, my friends, who actually bought some coin, Zoki Poki coin, my friends, it raised 2000%, all of a sudden, whoop, you're rich. It's an open market. You can do what you want. But these motherfuckers were actually doing it on your back. Using your money for their advantage. You understand? And the taxes that you pay, my friends, they were using even, they were using even public, property and public electricity, this industrial grade electricity, water if they needed to, blah, blah, blah. So even the investment, my friend, was free of charge for them. You understand? That's it. My friends. As in every Balkan Breakfast talk show, I'm like a drunk uncle. I have literally solutions for everything. So today, my friends, we're gonna fix this problem. We are not, but let's try. Super. My friends, first of all, if you want to build mining facilities, do it. You can open a company. It's legit. You can actually do it. Nobody will say no. But, my friends, if you are doing it legit, you will need something which is called electricity. So, my friends, the industrial electricity for mining should be specialized, even more cheaper, for example. But I'm talking for the legit businesses. I'm not talking for the shady ones. You understand? Legit business, my friends. In some abandoned city, in some abandoned village, build an extremely big structure, put the inside machines, everything legal, everything documented. Where the machines are from, how many you bought them, did you pay tax for it? You understand? Did you open a company? Did you employ people? Did you actually pay tax for these people? Social insurance, medical insurance, pension, and so on and so on. Legit. Stop it with the unlegit things, my friends. We need to escape the dark past of the Balkans with shady stuff. If we want to catch up to these richer countries over here and maybe in the future to America and Asia. You understand? If not, my friends, we're gonna be all over our lives. Super. My friends, mandatory low transparency, because as I explained, these machines, the cryptocurrency miners, are using extremely how can I say, they're 99.999% all the time under load. You understand? So they're producing a lot of heat. They're spending, they're consuming a lot of electricity. They need a lot of cooling. Blah blah blah. Super. So my friends, we need something like a real-time monitoring. How can I say, of the high consumption facilities? Let's say. You understand? Because my friends, if some cryptocurrency farm is using more than it should, then my friends, the whole city or the whole villages, literally your lights will beep, 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 will blink. Or when you're watching TV, it will go black and white and then to color. You understand? Very big problem. Super. My friends, enforcement, modernization. So how can I say, smart meters which cannot be tampered, and proper audits by people who are actually not from the government, if possible. Or from the government, but decentralized, my friends, not from one political party, from the older political parties. That's how, my friends, you will actually avoid, you will never avoid it fully, but you can avoid the corruption. You understand? Super. Then, my friends, dedicated mining zones. As I was talking in the previous video about the data centers, which AI is even using, I think it's on par with the cryptocurrency miners, but maybe in some cases it's using even more. So my friends, you see, how can I say, we need to have actually dedicated mining zones where you can actually mine it, and people can see it. That is a dedicated mining zone, and my friends, actually the grid will be stable for that part of the city or of the village or on the zone. You understand? Because my friends, when these mining zones will be created, when these data centers will come in the future, now and blah blah, AI, if we do something like this, hosting data, so on, doesn't matter, my friends, it's gonna consume a lot of electricity, a lot of everything. You understand? And how can I say, we need to modernize the grids so it can sustain these cryptocurrency miners, data centers, and so on. You understand? So again, these grids will be modernized and upgraded by your tax. So everything needs to be public and everything needs to be, how can I say, for us to see it. You understand? Because otherwise, my friends, they're going to abuse it. Because remember, in this couple of shit that I mentioned, there is a lot of money. A lot of money. Legal/illegal. Super. My friends, if possible, we have to use the renewables source of energy. As I said, I'm not gonna bother you again. My friends, water, sun in the Balkans, a lot. Nobody is using it. We are actually abusing it, selling it to the highest bidder, aka some foreign investor who is abusing it again. So you see, we need to use this. But use it smartly. I mentioned in the previous video the idea. I'm not gonna give it for free. If you want, watch the previous video, you will understand. Super. And my friends, we have to, how can I say, draft a legal framework, but not drafted by our dinosaurs in the government again and again and again. No. This framework, my friends, should be drafted by somebody who actually understands this kind of shit. So it can be legit. You understand? So, how can I say, to remove the gray zones. And you actually, my friends, it's not actually that hard to catch the ones that were actually breaking into old facilities, old storage houses, and breaking into houses and putting cryptocurrency miners. It's not that hard. They were catching them, yes, but my friends, you need to catch them all. Because now, yes, maybe we're entering the bear market and now cryptocurrency is not important anymore, blah, blah, blah. But my friends, it will get even bigger in the future. The data centers will be needed more. The AI will be used more. So if we don't, how can I say, if we don't draft some framework now, some legal way of how to do these things, my friends, they're going to abuse it, and from millionaires, they will become billionaires in the future. Don't allow this to happen, please. And one more thing, my friends, and I finish. Sorry, how many? 29 minutes. Sorry, one more minute. My friends, listen. Just a small tip from a guy who has been in crypto since 2012. When somebody is telling you, especially my friends, when you're dentist, when you're taxi driver, And when your drunk uncle who is sitting in kafana all day long and drinking rakia, my friends, if they're telling you, now it's the best time to buy Bitcoin, that means, my friends, sell it. This is a free advice from me to you. Never listen to anybody. Never listen to anybody. And my friends, see and maybe judge the people who you are hanging with, especially for the future. And people who you're working with, blah, blah, blah. Because, my friends, everybody has a benefit from you, so they can tell you so you can buy something which they're holding, so their price will skyrocket and you will be left with the peanuts. I don't want to bother you more, but you understand. Super. My people, thank you very much. I think this was an interesting episode just to cover up what the fuck is happening with these cryptocurrency miners in the Balkans. We will continue forward with some more interesting topics. My friends, a like and a subscribe would help me a lot, bre. Buy me a link coffee if you want to donate to this channel something. If not, my friends, who gives a shit? I have coffee. Here it is. And see you soon into the next episode. Hehe, aj so zdravi. Aj čau.